Hi, welcome. This is episode 2, part 2 of the Yoga Love podcast. My name is Noelle Whittington, and I am excited to interview Stephen Bellm. Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Noelle.
Hi. How are you doing tonight?
Good. Yeah, really good.
Having a good night.
Yeah, I'm glad I got here into the studio in one piece.
Into the Treehouse Music Studio that is also your home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good work. So I want to tell everybody about our event. Stephen is an amazing multi-instrumentalist, and he has agreed to join us for Slow Tribal Flow this Sunday, March 17th at Wellington Yoga Center from 1 to 3:30. So Stephen will play some beautiful groovy soundscapes while I offer some slow, all levels yoga flow. And then at the end, he and I will be a band, and we'll offer kirtan together. And you can choose to join me if you like, or not sing with me. Whatever feels good to you. So I had a question on the YouTube comments about percussion, and I couldn't think of anyone better to talk about percussion than my favorite drummer, Stephen Bellm. So I just wanted to ask you, what is percussion and how is that different from drumming, or what does that mean, percussion?
Just something that is keeping a rhythm, a beat per minute, steady beat. It can be anything. Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's drum kits that are full Western style drum kits, but then there's percussion, which is anything you can beat or hit.
So percussion can be anything. It doesn't mean necessarily like hand drums or something like that.
No, it could be beatboxing.
Can you beatbox?
No.
Okay, I won't make you do that. Okay, well, I just wanted to ask you what your experience is with percussion and drumming. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and training?
Yeah, I really didn't play any drums until I hit like some hippie commune in Spain and then beat really old, out of tune drums at night. And that was the first kind of hand percussion that I ever played.
What year was that?
Oh, in 94.
Okay.
Yep. And then I went to India and studied tabla, and that was, they say it's one of the most difficult percussion instruments to play, and I just dove right into it and spent some time there learning.
What made you want to play tabla and learn?
The sound was just so beautiful. I heard it on a recording when I was in India traveling, and the minute I heard it I thought, okay, I'm not going to study sitar like I had planned. I'm going to go and find a tabla teacher.
Okay. So what year do you think you started?
97, early 97.
And you were studying for, you said, how many years?
Till 2001.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I studied online using Skype lessons for a year and a half span, and then another year and a half span. So I've studied, I don't know. I've played for a long time.
Yeah. How long do you think you took lessons regularly as a student?
3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 5 or 6 years studying.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So who are your teachers?
Well, I studied with a guy named Nirmal Goswami, and then the second teacher was, his name was Pandy. He was a little kind of a crazy dude. And then I finally met my teacher, my real teacher, Pandit Ishwalal Mishra, and he is a master. And I went and studied with him, and then I studied with his son after that on Skype. His son could figure out computers and internet and was able to teach me.
And you studied in Varanasi?
In Varanasi, India, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So how do you use percussion now in your albums that you've made. Stephen is also a recording artist, and he has 3 beautiful albums with Kashi Collective, and he's currently recording his next album, and his music is beautiful. And I just wanted to ask you to what extent this percussion training, your drum training, has enhanced and changed your albums. Like, are you inspired by a rhythm first and then you write a song around it, or has it been the other way around?
Both. I can write. Right now I'm writing rhythm first and then putting music to the rhythm. And Kashi Collective, that was all done melody first and then rhythm after. So kind of as like an accompaniment. Yeah. But I mean, it's everything. Being able to play those drums, the tabla, and then think rhythmically about a composition instead of just it being an afterthought. Definitely.
And Stephen's an amazing drummer, but he also plays, as I say, all the instruments too. And you're also a music teacher, and you have a studio in your house called Treehouse Music Studio, and it's open to children and adults. Are you accepting new drum students right now?
I don't have any drum students, but I'd love some drum students.
Would you like some tabla students?
I'd love some tabla students, to be more specific. Really good tabla students.
How are you a really good student if you have never played before?
I would show you.
Okay.
I could, offer some drums as well to take home and practice on.
So how can we find you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Where's here? Do you have a website? Do you have an email
on Facebook,
address?
On Facebook, you can find me at Treehouse Music Studio, NC.
Great. And I'll post that in the description of the video, so you'll be able to find Stephen and book a lesson with him if you want to.
Yeah, and if you are really good, then you can go deeper and go to India and study with my teacher, who is open to lessons on Skype. To begin with, but you'd have to be at a certain level to be able to handle that lesson, and then to go there and study in the heart of where the music was, where those instruments were made and developed, and it's a rich tradition. So that would be great. What an experience.
And will you have information about your teacher, and we can post that in the description as well?
That'll be in the link down below.
Okay. And his name is Dhananjay.
Dhananjay Mishra, yeah. And
Right.
He's living in Varanasi. He's a master tabla player, absolute master. But in India, that's just normal. And so he still has to look for gigs and look for students. And it's unbelievable to me because he's studied since he was probably 2. And he's now close to 40, if not. And he could play on any world stage and be a star. He's so good,
Yeah.
So it'd be great to study with him.
Well, hopefully you will get to study with Stephen or his teachers. And I'm really inspired by Stephen as well, because I am currently trying to learn how to drum and sing at the same time. I've been taking drum workshops for years, and I can never remember my rhythms. Is that normal?
Really hard to drum and sing at the same time. It takes coordination. Just don't have it. I don't have it.
It's really hard. I've been forcing myself to. Stephen has an African water drum, an udu, and I really love that sound. And I've been trying to play that and sing too, because it seems a little bit more gentle. Stephen will play some sounds for you right now. So that's an udu, and I love the womp womp sound. I'm drawn to the wobbly bass. So can you play a little something on the tabla for us? And is it wrong? This is maybe a stupid question. Do you say tabla or tablas?
Tabla.
Tabla. Okay.
Singular. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's actually only the high-pitched drum. And then the bayan is the other drum.
The bayan is the bass and the dayan is the drum?
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
Dayan, bayan. It means left and right.
Left and right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Would you be willing to speak the rhythm and then play the rhythm? I know that tabla I've learned from you that there's a language.
Yes.
Your teacher makes you write down the rhythm. What do you call it? Just the words or the...
The bowl.
Say again.
The bowl. B-O-L, like the word.
Bowl. Like bolo?
Bolo. Speak.
Yeah, speak. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So is there one that you could speak and then play?
Sure.
Okay.
All of them.
Oh, any one that you like.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so this is a bowl called a kaida, and it's like a story, and it goes tati dage nada tirikita dati dage tina kina tati take nada tirikita dati dage dina gina, and each one is a hit. Da ti da ge kita kita. So I'll play it now. Dati dage nada tirikita dati dage tina tati dage nada tirikita dati dage.
Thank you, Stephen, for playing a little tabla for us and playing a little udu for us. And I hope that this has been enlightening about percussion and rhythm. And I just am so grateful that I know you and I get to play music with you. And
Yeah, it's great. Sweet to find someone who I can play music with.
Yeah, I remember I met
the tabla.
Yes, I saw Stephen playing the tabla with Marian Eddy's Kirtan at Long Wave Yoga, and I thought, oh, what? There is a classically trained tabla player in Wilmington, North Carolina. I need to know this person. And so I decided that Stephen would be my friend, and here we are today.
Yep.
We're good friends.
3 years later.
So
3, 4? I think it's 4 years now.
I don't know. I feel like I've known you forever.
Oh.
Come and join us this Sunday, March 17th from 1 to 3:30 p.m. at Wilmington Yoga Center for Slow Tribal Flow. And Stephen is going to play some percussion and maybe some electric guitar and do some loops and whatever he feels inspired to do. And I'll guide a really groovy, slow, sensual, all levels yoga flow class. We'll vibe off each other, and then you can sing with us at the end if you want. And in podcast 2, part 1, I talked about what kirtan was. And I really would love for you to join us in just reclaiming that birthright of being able to use your voice for celebration. And I think that music is that in a much more accessible form. So hopefully you'll join us in creating this legacy of love through music. And thanks for listening. Thank you, Stephen.
Thanks so much, Noelle.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Namaste.
Namaste.